Here is another option for your symmetry artwork. So I've got my folded piece of paper. What I can do is I can draw against this. This edge is the line of symmetry. I'm just going to draw some shapes on this one. Using an oil pastel is good, like a dark colour, it works well. I'm just going to draw some shapes for this. This is like a little, just some patterns. I might do some zigzag lines through here. Pressing pretty hard because you want the oil pastel to show up. Put some circles, create some patterns. This would be good if you wanted to do some watercolour painting, because oil pastels and watercolours work well together. So I'm just repeating some of that pattern work there. Might decide that I want some more circles. Okay, pretty simple design that I've created here, but you'll get the idea of what's happening. Okay, so now I want to transfer that across to make it exactly the same on this side of the paper. A number of ways of doing that. Number one way of doing that, transferring it across, is fold it over and give it a bit of a rub on the back with your finger or a pencil or a pair of scissors. The back of a pair of scissors can work well. That's one way of doing it. This is my preferred option though. You probably need to get your mum or dad to help you with this, and that is to put it on an ironing board and grab your iron, make sure it's nicely warmed up. Get your mum or dad to do this one. And what we can do is we can iron over the top of that, and what happens is the heat melts the oil pastels onto the other side. So if we open that up now carefully, it's going to be hot, so we'll leave it a little bit. And we open it up and you can see that it has transferred the oil pastel across there nicely for us. All we need to do then is just go back over our lines like so. And we have a perfectly symmetrical artwork. The next part of this artwork would be, once I've drawn over all the lines, is I could paint it in with some watercolour paints. It's time for me to start adding some colour to this artwork. So remember, it's symmetry, so it has to be the exact same on both sides. So whatever I paint on this side, I have to match on the other side. Now you can see that that's yellow, so that has to be yellow. I'm going to paint this stripe here yellow, carefully holding my brush where the metal meets the wood. And I'm painting this side yellow. And it works well if you do one side, then you go straight to the other side, so you don't have to mix up the colours or change the colours. And I'm doing all the parts that I want to be yellow first, because it's a light colour and it's not going to dirty my water. And it's also, I don't have to keep changing colours all the time. So I've done all my yellow bits. Now, I wouldn't paint in the background there because that's going to be still wet and it could bleed in. But the beauty about watercolours and oil pastels is the oil pastel will repel the paint. So even if I paint on that line, it will repel it to a certain degree and it will still show up. As you can see, I'm painting nice and neatly in between the lines. If you pressed hard enough, it should repel the paint. Every now and then, dip your painting brush into water, then into the paint. And we just keep working and we're going to end up with a really nice symmetry painting. Now I'm working rather quickly just to show you in this video. You would take a bit more care and time with your work. So symmetry, exactly the same on both sides with lines, shapes and colours.